Budtender Education by Javier Armas. Budtender Education, Cannabis Education for Budtenders in Oakland, Equity Perspective, Series 1, Volume 1. Budtender Education, Cannabis Education for Budtenders in Oakland, Equity Perspective, December 4th, 2020. Illustrator art by DJ Sosa. Official Oakland Equity Cannabis Business. Table of Contents. Introduction, the mission. Budtender Education as a movement. Scientists show cannabis can slow down the coronavirus. Business analysis, unearthing a new cannabis business model for California. The California cannabis industry struggles for a vision. Failing giants and natural alternatives, cannabis seeks a business model. Compassionate cannabis programs in California. Cannabis farm workers and the coronavirus. $30 million for California equity cannabis business. Lebanon struggles to legalize cannabis. Police brutality and cannabis. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the 14th Amendment and cannabis. Indigenous streams in California fires. Towards the medicalization of cannabis, Santa Clara County intention. Santa Clara County expunges cannabis criminal records while San Jose methodically forms equity. Berkeley cannabis dispensaries get shut down. The New Rising, Ron Leggett's Oakland Equity Cannabis Business. Cannabis in the Oakland 2020 elections. 10 interesting laws in the Bureau of Cannabis Control, California Code of Regulations. California moved towards licensed organic cannabis, the OCAL program. California cannabis appellations and its importance. Grief and psychology. Grief and cannabis. Conclusion. Bam. Most of the Indian hemp seed and sow it everywhere. The function of the university is not simply to teach breadwinning or to furnish teachers for the public schools or to be a center of polite society. It is above all to be the organ of that fine adjustment between real life and the growing knowledge of life, an adjustment which forms the secret of civilization. One can see from space how the human race has changed the earth. Nearly all of the available land has been cleared of forests and is now used for agriculture or urban development. The polar ice caps are shrinking and the desert areas are increasing. At night, the earth is no longer dark, but large areas are lit up. All of this is evidence that human exploitation of the planet is reaching a critical limit. But human demands and expectations are ever increasing. We cannot continue to pollute the atmosphere, poison an ocean, and exhaust the land. There isn't any more available. Cannabis is the single most versatile herbal remedy and the most useful plant on earth. No other single plant contains as wide a range of medically active herbal constituents. Bam. Budtender Education.